Hey, it's Jason, and welcome to the Boss Mindset. So, what we have done is I've created a 21-day Boss Mindset training, and it's the first video that you are going to watch each day, right? The whole entire program is 21 days, and the first video each day, on day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way to day 21, the first video is always going to be the Boss Mindset because, in my experience, I have always found that the people who end up making the most money, who make the money the fastest, who grow it the most, are the ones who have the right mentality and the right thinking about money. And if you're anything like me, you were not taught the things you needed to be taught about money that will allow you to make as much money as you want today, tomorrow, next month, and for the rest of your life. This is so important, which is why it is the first video of every single day that you'll be going through here. So on that note, let's get into the first Boss Mindset video right now. And today's video, this is about the wealth pyramid. So this is a $100 bill, right? It's actually kind of crinkly, right? Would you like this $100 bill? Probably. Would you take it if it was free? Would you even give me $20 for it? Would you give me $50 for it? Would you give me $99 for it? The answers should all be yes. Right? Now, people have all kinds of thoughts and emotions about money that stop them from getting money. And the people who make a lot of money, they don't have emotions about money. They're very calm and objective and detached about it. In fact, most people, like if I were to do this to most people, that would really, they'd feel something. Maybe you felt something just now as I ripped up this $100 bill, right? And that's my point. It's paper. I don't have stories about it. I don't think, I just don't have stories about it. And I wasn't born that way, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to be very calm about money and how to understand money and what it really is and all the lies that we've been taught and we've been fed our whole lives. And so let me ask you, did you grow up upper class, middle class, or lower class, right? Most likely, because upper class, obviously the smallest amount of people, chances are that you did not grow up upper class, chances are you grew up middle class or lower class. Like me, I grew up in a very middle-class family, and the things that you and I were taught growing up in a middle-class or a lower-class family, very different than the kids who grew up with rich parents. They absolutely had an advantage over us for learning how to make money. However, doesn't mean we can't make money, doesn't mean we can't make a hell of a lot more than them. Doesn't mean we can't make as much as we possibly want. We just have to learn the things about money. That's what I'm going to show you here. In fact, I even wrote a note here to tell you, I am literally, understand, I'm going to fuck up your mind about money over the next 21 days in the best way humanly possible. You are going to see money in new ways. You're going to understand how money works in new ways. You're going to be able to attract money you couldn't attract before, get money you couldn't get before. Deals will come to you without you doing anything. Right now, you look around, you see all these people with money, more money than you, better cars, better houses, better lives, and you think they know something you don't. Right? Or they had some unfair advantage. They got lucky. They're a family member. It's a this or a that. And I am here to tell you it's not. Do those things help? Sure. But you know what? We all have advantages. We all have disadvantages. There's a few things that if you know about money, you can get a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. That's what I'm going to show you. That's what we're going to do here. Right, does biography equal destiny? No. Right? Just because maybe you grew up lower class or middle class doesn't mean that has to be your destiny. Right? I love the story of Oprah Winfrey, who had a very hard childhood, grew up in a very tough lower class place with all kinds of trauma, and she was even raped when she was younger. And she said, because of all of that, I knew it meant I had to make good as an adult. Because it was hard, I had to make good as an adult. Biography does not equal destiny. So no matter what kind of wealth environment you grew up in, maybe it was really low or something, that doesn't have to equal your future. We can take fucking control of it right now. And so this is the money pyramid. And I learned this from one of my mentors, Dan Kennedy. And he's found that if you break up the entire population, it always breaks down into these categories where you have the top 1%, which are the rich, and then a bottom 4% beneath them, which would be prosperous. And then the 15% below them who have, a good living, maybe 100 grand a year, 80 grand a year, 120 grand a year, something like that. And then you have 60% of people, the overwhelming majority, who will struggle financially endlessly the rest of their lives. And you have the bottom 20% who are always broke. And by the way, the word broke and being broke, we're gonna talk a lot about that in the next 21 days. I'm very excited to teach you what broke really means and how to get out of it. But you can see the bottom 80%, they're struggling financially endlessly to varying degrees. Um, and the thing we have to remember here is that, like, what is it? The people in the top 20%, even in the top 5%, what is it that they're doing that those in the bottom 80% are not? And better yet, who do we get our money advice from? Who did we learn about money from? Did you learn about money and hear things about money growing up from people who were in the top 1%? Or more likely, did you hear things about money from people who were in the 60% of people who struggle endlessly financially, right? For me, I heard stuff about money mostly from people who I would say were in the 15% of earning a good living, and then in the 60% who were struggling financially endlessly. And a lot of times, the ones who had the most to say about money were the ones in the 60%. Why is it people who can't get money want to tell everyone else about money? Don't do this, do this, you should do this with your money. Oh, this is what you need to do to make money. Well, like, if what you were saying is true, when you have money, you don't have money. And yet we don't think about this. We actually let them get in our heads, right? We need to break that. And we are going to break that over the next 21 days. And a big thing I just want you to think about right now, I'm just going to plant a seed right now, is the people in the top 20%. And I don't think you want to be in the top 20. I think you want to be in the top 5%. So let's focus on them. The people in the top 5%, they are what I would call doers. They take action. They implement. People in the bottom 80%, probably, in fact, yes, the bottom 95%, they're more dabblers. Dabblers kind of, oh, I'll dip my toe in the water. I'll check it out. But I don't really want to go all in. That might be hard. That might be challenging. That might be difficult. I don't want to do that. I think I might be out of here. I'd rather just struggle endlessly financially the rest of my life, right? But that top 5%, they don't dabble. They dive right in completely, right? They're doers. They take action. Yeah, it'll be hard. Yeah, it'll be challenging. But you know what? I can make progress. You know what? I can do this, right? And so, we're going to do a lot of work over the next 20 days. And this is going to be very, very fun stuff that is going to make you a lot of money. My goal here is to release the money-making brake pedal that you've been taught to ride your whole life. We were taught to protect our money, to hold it really close to the chest. And the problem is, energy spent protecting money is energy not spent growing or making more money. Think about how weird it is. Like, think about your closest friends. All right, maybe think of your two best friends, two closest friends. Do you have any fucking clue how much money they have exactly? How much money they get paid hourly, or what they're like? Do you know exactly how much money they have in their bank account right now? And if you ask them, would they be like, oh, here's how much? Like, why is it we're so guarded about money? And if we're so guarded about money, spending so much energy guarding things about money, that's energy not spent growing or making money. All right. And so we are going to create over the next 21 days something called the wealth deck. So you may have seen, in fact, you will see in this training note cards. You will hear me talk a lot about note cards, right? And I talk about how note cards are basically my unfair advantage. In fact, here's one of my decks right here of note cards. You see all these right here? These are all note cards that I've created. Whenever I hear something really good, a good note, a good idea, a good quote, a good something, I put it on a note card and it goes in the file. And so what we're going to do is we are going to create the wealth deck here, meaning you're going to create one note card for each day of the 21 days inside Boss Mindset. So this note card is going to be just, for instance, if your day one note card here, it's only about what we're learning in Boss Mindset, not everything in the social media boss system, which is the videos you're going to watch the rest of today. This is just the first video of each day's Boss Mindset again. And you are going to basically create a wealth deck. So by the end of this, you're going to have 21 note cards that encapsulate the most important insights, ideas, and distinctions, all the decisions you've made for yourself about how much money you're going to make and how fast you're going to make it and what you're going to do with it and how you're going to spend your life living a life of financial freedom as a result of this. And so each day we'll create a note card. By the end, we have 21. We're going to call all 21 note cards the wealth deck. Why? Because wealth deck sounds awesome. And so we're going to start doing this right now. And so what I'm going to do at the end of each Boss Mindset video is there's going to be an action step, maybe some questions you have to answer, some things you have to write. I want you to write those answers and that stuff on the note card, okay? And so I'm going to lead you in creating your wealth deck. And if there's anything else, by the way, that you hear that you really like, you want to add to your wealth deck, to your note card, that's not a question I asked or not something I'm in the action step, then add it yourself. Add whatever notes you want to it as well that you find from the video that were powerful or helpful for you. And the main thing, though, is we're going to answer these questions on the note card. So your day one Wealth Deck note card is going to be answering these 3 questions that you have on the screen right here. And then tomorrow it'll be the same thing. And that's how we're going to build up this amazing wealth deck. It's going to be so helpful for you by the end of 21 days. So I want you to start creating your first wealth deck note card right now. If you have the note card already, great. If not, pause this video, get yourself the note card, and then come back so we can start. And the 3 questions that we are going to answer in this video, number 1 is, where on the pyramid are you committed to going for yourself? Where on the pyramid are you committed to going for yourself? Pick which group you are going to end up in for yourself and for your family and those counting on you. Number 2, once you decide that too, which of these groups should you pay attention to and model? Which of these groups should you pay attention to and model? Just make the mental distinction. I know some of these questions are like, dude, obviously I'm going to model the top 5%, the top 1%. I get it. I know, but don't say it in here. Put it on paper. It means something when we put it down, right? So which of these groups should you be paying attention to and modeling? Get your brain clear on that. And then 3, which groups should you avoid like the plague, right? Which group should you avoid like the plague? And it's up to you. But once you decide which group you're going to avoid like the plague, those are the people that you don't listen to anymore about money. You can listen about other stuff that they may have expertise in, they may understand, but you're not going to listen. Whatever group you choose that you will avoid like the plague, you will not listen to them about money anymore. You will not listen to their advice about what you should and shouldn't do with your money, or how to make more money, how to grow your money, how to grow your business, because it's not helping. And I'm here to fucking help. And that is my goal here for you. So these are the 3 questions you will answer. Put them down on your first Wealth Deck note card here. And once you are done, it's time for you to go to the next videos here inside of day 1, as we're going to get deeper and get started with the entire social media boss system, how you will be earning a full-time income from home. And you'll see all the boss mindset stuff. It's going to help you so much as you grow your social media boss business at the same time. And then, of course, you're going to hear me say this at the end of every single video inside this boss mindset, and inside, frankly, every single day, the last video, I'm going to remind you and tell you to fill out your tracker and make sure that you are staying up to date each day on it for your accountability coach. If you've seen your tracker already, one of the tabs that you fill out each day is, did you consume, did you go through your boss mindset training that day? If you did, you put a yes. If you did not, you put a no. I want to see 21 yeses for all 21 days. So when you're done with this, make sure you go to the tracker and you update. Boom. Yes, I did complete and watch the boss mindset training and created the Wealth Deck note card here today, because your accountability coach, they're holding you accountable. They're going to make you do the work that is going to change your life, right? Other programs, other courses out there, you get a course and it's just like you're on your own. Not how we do things here. I know what gets results. This is how I have over 273 people earning a full-time income from home, how I have over 24 millionaire students. Accountability is the secret, and there's a way to hold people accountable, and it's exactly what we do, and it's exactly what we are going to be doing for you. So you are going to do this, and you're going to fill out the tracker. Yep, I did the the boss mindset today and the Wealth Deck note card, and you're going to start doing that every single day, and you'll see what kind of amazing outcomes it's going to drive you to. All right. So thank you so much for your time here in this first video. So do the Wealth Deck note card, fill it out in your tracker, and then go get started with the rest of the social media boss videos here on day 1. I love you. You're amazing. I'll see you tomorrow.